The date was perfect. The kind people talk about for years. The kind that makes you believe timing finally chose you. Until one lie, small, unnecessary, and spoken out of fear, shattered everything before dessert arrived. But here's the part no one tells you. Sometimes, a lie doesn't destroy love. Sometimes, it exposes the truth both people were too afraid to say. Stay with me, because this story almost ended before it truly began. If you believe in second chances, in love, and in the way life often turns, then please take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Drama Way. And don't forget to comment below. We love hearing your thoughts. I met Caleb on a dating app one had sworn I was deleting for the 5th time. His profile was simple. No gym mirror photos. No fake luxury. Just a guy smiling at the beach with a dog I later found out wasn't even his. We messaged for weeks. Not surface-level stuff, real conversations. Family. Failures. What scared us about love? When he asked me out, I said yes without overthinking it. That should have been my first clue this night would matter. We met at a rooftop restaurant overlooking the ocean. Soft lights. Warm breeze. That golden California sunset that makes everything feel cinematic. Caleb stood when I approached the table. "You look amazing," he said, nervous, genuine. The conversation flowed effortlessly. We laughed. We shared stories. We connected in that rare way that feels quiet, not forced. At one point, he said, "I haven't felt this comfortable with someone in a long time." Neither had I. That's when he asked the question. "So," he said casually, swirling his drink, "what do you do?" I hesitated. And instead of telling the truth, I lied. I said I worked in marketing. I didn't. I was a full-time caregiver for my mother after her stroke. I loved her. But the job had drained me emotionally, financially, socially. I was tired of being seen as the girl with baggage. So I told a safer story. And the moment I said it, something inside me sank. Caleb smiled, but something shifted. He grew quieter. Less present. Still polite. Still kind. But distant. Then, halfway through dinner, his phone buzzed. He glanced at it. And his face changed. He looked hurt. "You okay?" I asked. He nodded too quickly. "Yeah. Just work stuff." But I could feel it. The perfect date was slipping away. After dinner, we walked along the boardwalk. The ocean was loud. My thoughts louder. Finally, he stopped walking. "Rachel," he said, "can I ask you something honestly?" I nodded. "Why did you lie about your job?" My heart dropped. I froze. What do you mean?" He pulled out his phone. "My sister works at the same hospital you mentioned earlier," he said gently. "She knows you. She talks about how dedicated you are to your mom." I felt exposed. Ashamed. Small. I expected anger. Judgment. Instead, Caleb sighed. "I didn't pull away because of your job," he said. "I pulled away because I thought you didn't trust me." That broke me. I told him everything. How dating had made me feel invisible. How I feared being reduced to my responsibilities. How lying felt easier than risking rejection. When I finished, my eyes burned. "I ruined tonight," I whispered. "No," he said. "You saved it, by telling the truth." Then he surprised me. "I lied too," he admitted. About his confidence. About having his life figured out. He was rebuilding after a failed startup. Living with roommates at 31. Terrified of being seen as a failure. "We both showed up pretending," he said softly. "But this is real." The lie didn't end the date. It stripped it down. It removed the performance. What was left was two imperfect people choosing honesty over image. We sat on a bench, not talking. Just breathing. That was a year ago. We're still together. Not because we're perfect. but because we learned early that truth matters more than impressing someone. Love doesn't grow in lies. It grows in courage. Sometimes, we lie not to deceive others, but to protect ourselves. And sometimes, the truth doesn't end the story. It finally begins it. But the right person doesn't need a polished version of you. They need the real one. If you've ever hidden parts of yourself out of fear of rejection, please like this video, share it with others, share your thoughts below and subscribe to 𝐓𝐡𝐞𝐢𝐫. Your support helps us reach a wider audience and encourages us to keep sharing more stories. And before we end, would you have told the truth from the start, or made the same mistake?